Good morning, evening to everybody out there. Thank you for joining. We are ZENcast Live. Hope everybody had a good break. I had a good break myself. We had obviously our Independence Day, and with that, I took a little bit of time off. So thank you for bearing with me, and thank you for joining us again here on ZENcast Live. We're going to be talking about connected today with Product Manager Ed Gavin. Um, And then a reminder that next time we're going to do the part 2 series of ZCM imaging with WinPE. We're going to have Moises Morales on, who's backline support. If you've done anything with imaging, you know Moises. Great guy, and we'll take care of you. So we are going to, let me go here. We're going to do a little bit of house cleaning, okay, or housekeeping. Again, this is ZENcast Live. Anything Zen works here. And the dates are the first and third Tuesday of each month at 0900 Mountain Time. You can also find the recordings on the Microfocus Support and Training YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to that, and you'll get notices when we go live. Details and recordings about Unified Endpoint Management can be found here. Also in today's presentation, you can download today's presentation from the chat so that you can get all the links to each of these, right? We also have an on-demand schedule that's coming up. And let's see if I can pull that up for you here. There we go. So we have the schedule out there. Be aware that you can forecast and see what's coming up, what we've talked about before, so you can look at some of the recordings. And you can see today we are working with the connected product. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the housekeeping where log into YouTube chat to join conversation, ask questions. If you do an @ sign before the name that you see in the chat, it will actually direct message that person directly. It will be a public conversation, but it'll give them a highlight that you're talking to them directly. And then you'll see exclamation command points in my presentation. You can put those in chat and you should come up with those links. Another thing is make sure you subscribe, do notifications, comments. After this, we will post a recording and it will be trimmed down by the next day. And we'll have, like, if Ed has a presentation, we'll put that in there, a link so that you can download his presentation or any other details about this particular ZENcast Live. So be aware that afterwards we have in the description of the today's ZENcast, you'll have those different things, including the link to the presentation, and of course that's on the Microfocus Support and Training YouTube channel. Be sure to maybe turn off autoplay so it doesn't, if it gets disconnected or you go sideways, you can you don't get lost trying to get back to us. And then 720 p60 is the best resolution for us today. Okay, here's our current schedule. Again, we didn't have a stream last week. We got connected this week. And then, of course, as I mentioned, imaging with WinPE next week with Moises. Also, ZCM 2020 Update 2, install and config. That's soon to be released. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The customer portal. The main thing you need to know if there's discrepancies, email these individuals here. They'll get you right in and take care of you, whether you're in the EU or North America or even Asia Pac. So those are the emails you want to go to. The customer portal login is, do that before you actually need it, because that way you can see and get familiarized with it, because a lot has changed between in the portal. Okay, did a massive upgrade, and it's finally coming to where you can get your entitlements, your licenses and downloads, your profiles, notifications, and so forth. So go out there before you actually need it, so you don't get confused when you do need it and you can't get to what you need. Make sure everything's present there. Logging into Microfocus Portal. There's some links here in the presentation. Logging into Microfocus Portal, SLD login, which is your download, portal navigation, and those videos, so that you could actually get a little bit of training if you need to get to particular things in your portal. All right. So there are some links there for some training. Let's cover a few things about ZENworks, right? Let's just talk about um, the products that are in the suite and some of the other things. We have currently, we're on 2020 update 1. There's a ZDC, there's a TID out there for understanding and downloading all of that. So that's 7024523. The ZENworks 2020 Update 2 Lighthouse has been out there for a while, so we're really doing a lot of regression testing in a production environment and talking with customers that are doing our lighthouses so that we get a good solid product release for you. Looking at towards the end of the month, but we're not positive on that. We're just kind of that's our target right now is the end of the month. Okay. We have a go no go in a couple of days. ZCM currently is remember that the 2017 version extended support expired April 30th. So get over to 2020. If you need help with that, give us a call. We'll be happy to help you with that. There's also an update cookbook as well, so that it makes it easier to upgrade, get some of those reminders and information you might need depending if you have an appliance or OS install. The PRU for July is out. You can download it also on the SLD portal. And ZCM Mobile. There was an issue with Apple VPP a little bit back. I just left this on here. You can do it on your own through this TID, or you can call support and we can help you with it. It's a little bit of a discussion, but you probably have this fixed at this point if you run into it, because this was out, a couple months ago. Next is the imaging driver updates. May 2021, we had the imaging driver update. You can download again that from the SLD portal, your portal. Here's a download link for, here's a download link for the 17.4 FRU, 17.4.1, and then download link for 20.1 for those driver updates, right, with MD checksums. Again, Tuxera version remain the same. There's no driver or kernel changes. All right, but links are there so you can download them if you need to get to them. So if you're doing imaging, that's the latest drivers. OWS suite, again, ZENworks extension for OWS. You can get the complement of the full suite by with a purchase. You have some things ZENworks when you have the OWS, but if you want the complement of the rest of the things, there's a small purchase you can do in order to get the rest of those, and the links are there. Admin Studio, I did see that 2020 ZENworks Edition is out there. So that's been upgraded from 2019, and that's the latest version that we have currently on that particular product. And ZAM, we became or in IDC, there's a write-up about ZAM, so be aware of that. If you're into ZAM or concerned about asset management and how ZENworks works with it, you can go out here and actually see what was written up about it, so you can see if that fits into your tool set. ZMM, the old legacy ZENworks mobile management, not the ZCM mobile. ZMM is obviously support ended December 31st. Just want to remind people about that that's obsolete. If you need to get over to ZCM mobile, again, documentation or check the forums, call us. We'd be happy to move you forward with that. ZPM, Patch Tuesday highlights. So every month, Darren goes out there and does some Patch Tuesday highlights, and it's in here somewhere. So there it is for June. July should be released any minute. It's about halfway through. They wait until, obviously, Patch Tuesday and then do the write-up. So you go out there, if you're doing patching, it really helps to see what's going on with the patches, and depending on what your OS version is, okay, and different details about it. Also allow patch management to manage update in Microsoft Edge. So Edge is not recognized as a product. It's kind of in the OS, and so we've had some questions. How do you upgrade that, right? So there's a resolution out here to do that. That's TID 7025196. Again, patch management course 250 is out, so you can be certified in that. ZRS 7.2, there's the versions there. Remember, on your appliances, patch every 3 months. May and August. August is the next one. Online update security patches will be released. And then the future 7.8 is going to be released with 2020 update 2. That's going through testing as well. Okay, ZSD version 8.2.1. Again, if you have an appliance, check your update security patches. There's a what's new for 8.1, a webinar or a video on that. There's also ZSD in your preferred language was a great article that was written up to be able to, from one of the developers, to be able to get your preferred language in there. And then the customization cookbook is out there. If you're trying to customize it for different things, whether it's a scenario or a system configuration, branding, so forth, there's related TIDs in this particular TID to be able to direct you to the right location. Okay, and then there's also the upgrade cookbook and the upgrade tutorial tutorial video for ZenWorks Service Desk if you're getting to 8.2.1. Micro Focus desktop containers, 2.3.1. Again, they've done a lot of enhancements through this. Learning tool interoperability if you're academics, being able to use Canvas, Blackboard, Moodle, those types of things right in streaming to your desktops. This is very handy for even if you're not academics, being able to stream or get your end users to have a particular product and without a conflict, right? It's all contained, self-contained in MFDC so that you can run it without interfering with other things that might be on your desktop. There's a couple of links here about training course coming soon. Release soon will be 27.1. That'll have enhancements like Google Drive, OneDrive file, or Dropbox integration. All right, using OAuth connections and REST APIs. So different things always evolving in this particular product, which really makes it nice, especially with the at-home users now, right? Again, we're going to do a filer drop-in. A shout out to Robin Redgrave. He has a filer drop-in once a month, and there's a couple links there. There's a webinar that they did for filer in June, so I wanted to make sure that that was recognized. You can go there and you go to register, and once you put your name in, it shows you the recording since the webinar is passed. So shout out to Robin on that one. Partner